Hi, I'm Andrea Wady and this is my book, Crossing Bridges. It's a very personal story of forgiveness, healing and adventure. It's a story where myself and two friends took two rescue horses and hiked from one coast of Costa Rica to the other. It was a massive adventure and I hope you enjoy it. As Andrea and I travelled step by step through the mountains, through rivers, across fields, the backdrop of pain that I'd lived with my whole life was leaving me. I completely surrendered and allowed the healing to wash through me. I felt youthful and energetic. My muscles were growing, my hooves felt strong. I was being reborn on those hard, mud-packed paths. Leaving nothing but hoof prints as we climbed that mountain, Mishka was busy chipping away at the giant fortress of protection that Liana had built around herself. I didn't understand the details, that wasn't my destiny. I more than had my hands full with Andrea. But as they twisted around the trails, fording pristine rivers, pieces of their resistance were left on the trail, attached to leaves, floating in the river, and crumbling in the dust beneath our feet, their past hurts discarded. I bore witness to the pain and suffering deep in their hearts, once and for all released and being reabsorbed by nature. By the end of each day, we'd left behind us a trail of put-downs, scarring insults and broken hearts. The invisible energetic waste dropped in handfuls from Elsa's straightening back, stripping back from Andrea to show her true and beautiful heart. Mile after mile they walked, incline after incline. They laughed, cried, and found stillness. In their stillness, we were waiting, joining in their breath, calming their hearts and silencing their chattering minds. In this universal stillness, we can find the answers to everything. As a herd, we realized early on that layers and layers of interference blocked our voices. It was the reason they could not hear us or receive our messages sent. Experiences gathered, harsh words received, rejections worn like a badge. Nature sets up all creatures with a way to communicate with all that is around them. Messages from their kind, their friends in the forest, the fields and the earth itself. Animals know when to rest. When they are sick, they go still. When it's cold, they know to huddle and sleep. When they need to move, they move. When they need to eat, they eat, but just enough to bring them back into balance. Humans have become so busy that the gentle waves that drove this instinct, the subtle guides sent from source, were lost, drowned out by the incessant modern world and its traps for their race. Too many words, too many opinions, moving too fast for too long, the inability to rest, striving for the endless, shiny, immaterial trinkets that they gather. Like the cowboys stuffing their hats with the greenback dollars earned by my pain, they had cut the very strands that held them to all that is. Our part in all of this was to bring these three women back. We watched them, felt them, tested them. Step by step, mile by mile, we were gently picking at the edges of the labels the human experience had stuck all over their souls, peeling them away just enough that they would eventually hear us. We too had navigated a life full of hurt, pain and suffering. In this life, this can't be avoided, but we'd never lost our connection. We had never closed. We're still open to all that is. We live purely in the moment. Gone were the women's cries of "we will never make it to camp by darkness." Silenced were the "we need to film that bit again." No longer did they worry that they were too fast or too slow or too distracted. Stilled were their racing minds. They were joining us, piece by healed piece, in the glorious here and now.